So we were talking about Beauty Alley, and we also promised in our just talking about International Beauty School that we will do some drawing.
Yes.
And you are the expert in this.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so how do we want to do this?
So for this, it's actually going to be computer generated. Everyone their name has been submitted into this generator and it'll be randomly selected. So let's go into that right now, and we're going to select 3 winners.
Okay, I am congratulating everybody who wins those beautiful gifts you will receive after they will be internationally shipped.
Yes.
So may take a little longer, but congratulations to everybody who will win. So let's do it.
Okay.
Congratulations again. I'm so happy I saw those names, and they probably jumping up and down in the rooms because they won. Let's continue a little bit, still talking about the beauty and how we see ourselves when looking at the mirror. And it's interesting, my experience with thinking about the presentations what we are doing right now and comparing people how they see themselves when they look at themselves. And I want to use the example of my grandbaby, you know, when she was little and she just applied the lipstick all over while I was just mimicking something.
Yeah.
And nobody taught her what. She was wearing my high heels and walking kind of like funny part, but it is from young age we are just mimicking somebody what we see. And of course she was mimicking me on her mom, but I also remember my grandmother when she was in her 80s and she went to the church, she will put lipstick on. And at the time as a young kid I was like thinking, what's wrong with you? Who do you want to attract now in this age? But again, I understand now it's not for really attraction.
No.
It's not really for impressing somebody, maybe little part, but it's mostly for themselves. It's mostly to show to the world, I am still here, look at me, I am beautiful. Because in our memories we see ourselves beautiful and many years younger, you know. Then sometimes you look at the mirror and like, oh, that's what I don't recognize here. But it is true that the beauty is really inside. We don't have to learn about kind of like compare and see or learn what to do to stay more beautiful. The question what I want to kind of like open and have your opinion is the social media beauty and woman. And it is so hard right now to the life what we live, and we are so depending on the social medias, and we are reading the posts about the beauty perfect life, and then it's discouraging for us because sometimes we feel I don't have beautiful perfect life, I miss this, I am tired, I have 7 kids, and you know I can't keep up with this. So I know you are ready to say something, but I would love to invite Erin on our team to the debate right now, because she's over social media and she is the first person who she reads about complaints or not complaints or comments what sometimes are so hurtful that I would love to discuss this a little bit and spend a couple minutes on this part of our life.
Let's do it.
Welcome, Erin.
Thank you.
Erin is our social media guru expert. So I'm suggesting for both of you and me to watch little short 2 videos, and let me ask you then how you feel watching the first video and how you feel watching the second. Are you ready?
Yes.
anything good. I like my school. I like anything. I like my dad. I like my cousins. I like my aunts. I like my Allisons. I like my moms. I like my sisters. I like my dad. I like my hair. I like my haircuts. I like my pajamas. I like my stuff. I like my rooms. I like my whole house. My whole house is great. I can do anything good. Yeah. I can do anything good. Better than anyone. Better than anyone.
After watching this, how it makes you feel watching the first video?
Makes me really sad because I feel like this is such a real thing that people go through. You know, you put something out on social media and maybe it's something you're really proud of and people just tear people apart, and I feel like we need to spread more positivity out there.
So what about those people when they are posting those comments, Ali? Do you feel they are confident, they are jealous, they are envying, or they are just...
I think it could be a little bit of everything, to be honest. I think sometimes people don't realize how hurtful words can be.
Yes.
You know, they hide behind their screen. We don't know them necessarily. They're commenting these awful things, and, you know, who's going to come after them? No, you know, in the meantime, they've really hurt someone, and we don't know if they're going through something really bad, and this could have really affected them, you know, negatively. So I think we have to really be careful of what we say, and, you know, it's an old saying, but if you have nothing nice to say, then just don't say anything at all, because you don't know how it'll affect someone else.
Exactly. So do you have experience in our Young Living social media, something similar?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, I've seen lots of people be not so nice to people. I think it's so easy to type something mean, but you would never say that to someone to their face.
This is the anonymity of, you know,
Yeah.
I don't see you, but I can,
Yeah.
you know, think and say whatever I think.
Yes, but I feel like most of the time our members are so loving and so kind, and I like to see that. And if someone posts a picture of their makeup, people are like, "Oh my gosh, you look so pretty," and I love that because I'm like, everyone wants to feel good.
Yeah. I also love how our people just run and defend. If somebody's attacking
Yes.
somebody, it's just this protection. And I love this one because it's not only on our side that we are controlling and watching what is posted and we want to prevent this, but it's also a group of people, our family, Young Living family is here kind of like to, no, don't do this. No, this is not right. So this is fantastic. So what else from your experience about the social media? Why do you love social media? Because I know you are passionate about it.
I am. I love it because it brings people together. You know, a lot of my family doesn't live here in Utah and they're far away, and it's a way that I can see what they're doing with their families and friends of mine that have moved away, and I love that it just brings us all together. Like you said, our Young Living family. There's people I know from our Facebook pages that I have never met in person, and I feel like I know them through social media.
Exactly. So this virtual beauty school is so connected with almost with the social media because we can reach so many people at once. And even though sometimes people will email me and remember I was in wherever, New York on beauty school, and I'm just, I'm not sure if I remember, but it feels good that so many people recognize Young Living, so many people are, you know, following Young Living, and this tool, social media or virtual events, what we are doing is spreading the world outside and sharing the message what Gary was so proud to share with the people. So we are almost done with this talking about beauty, and I forgot to ask, how do you feel, or what did you feel when you saw the little girl jumping, both of you? What was the feeling?
It makes me so happy, and I sometimes forget, you know, when you're little like that, you're so confident, and you're just like, you have your new school outfit on, and you just feel so cool and happy, and I'm like, we need more of that. We need to remember, like, we love our house, and we love our family.
Exactly. I love this, and it's such an opposite post of the social media, which makes you so happy. And I always think about this, when you have a little daughter or granddaughter, we do everything just to support and making sure that she knows she's beautiful, whatever, even if she's not really dressed nicely, we are just, you look so beautiful. And then in a certain age it comes that we are not doing it. It's just like we don't do this anymore. We are just critiquing, and we are just, oh, do something with your hair. It's like something, don't mean it, But I'm just giving an example. But where this happened and why we are not continuing to support and make sure that everybody knows and is confident. That this confidence building, specifically with our teenage generation and kids, it's so important because they are affected by social media and they follow this and look at themselves and they are not happy. They see themselves ugly and desperate to do something with their body, and the other result of this effect will be, the plastic surgery, growth of, depression and anxiety and unhappiness. So let's all do everything what we can. So what will be your first advice and step?
Mine would probably be, when you are on social media or you are around people, to compliment them or stay positive. If, like Ali said, if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything. Even like other social media platforms besides Facebook, where it's not your face, people are so mean.
Yeah.
They think it's funny and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, this is a real person on the other end. So
Exactly.
remember
Or
that.
stand up and defend, say your opinion. Stop somebody,
Yeah.
agreeing with something but it's not good, because we need to help each other. We need to continue to be positive. Anything else what you want to add for social media, or we continuing with the beauty?
I think, like Erin said, social media is so fun to keep connected with everyone. At the same time, it can also be very dangerous. But let's, try and keep it positive, and also don't compare yourself to other people. Sometimes they can post a pretty picture, but we don't know what's going on in their life. So be grateful for what you have and just be happy about who you are. And that's
Exactly.
my advice.
Thank you so much. I named the presentation, the title of the presentation is I Dream of a World Where Every Woman Knows She's Beautiful. And I think this is such an important part what we can close this beauty talk, because we all need to know that we are beautiful. A lot of people are admiring us, and we just need to be more confident in ourselves to show to the world. Yeah, we are here to stay. Doesn't matter how old am I am here to stay. So the question what we discussed at beauty school is almost why do we age? Why in certain time we are just worried about wrinkles and sagging and what's happened to our body? And a lot of information you can read, a lot of information outside in the world, scientific information is explaining. It is gradual damage. You live longer. You are in your 80s. The effect of the outside world has effect on your skin. The sun, water, frost. Cells are getting they are slower to rejuvenating. They are damaged. So when you are older, of course, this has the effect. The other part could be affecting by your genealogy. So if your mom or your mom are beautifully aging, then probably you will age also beautifully. If your mom has starting to have gray hair in her 40s, probably you got something from her. So this is affecting our process of aging. It is also how we live. If I'm smoking 40 cigarettes a day and drinking and nightlife and anything, not nutrition, not healthy lifestyle, of course it will show on my face. And it's a lot of examples how the healthy choices will affect ourselves. We were also talking about the sun damage in our past beauty school. So sun is our love and our enemy. Why you think so? Who can help me here?
Well, I particularly do not like the sun.
You do not like the sun?
I try to stay out of it as much as possible. But again, that's also my personality, because I enjoy a gloomy, overcast day.
Ooh.
And so I'm not a big sun person. I know it does give you happiness and bring you energy, which are
vitamin D.
And vitamin D, which are all great things. But at the same time, it causes a lot of damage to your skin, and sometimes it's
premature aging.
Premature aging, things that sometimes can be irreversible. So I just got to protect myself, wear a hat.
How do you protect yourself?
I wear a hat when I go out, or stay inside when it's sunny. Wear sunglasses, most importantly, sunscreen.
Exactly.
And I think that's something a lot of people don't like to wear, because it's not like it can leave a
It's the
white
additional
overcast.
step in our
Yes.
taking care, but it's so important because
is.
we really need to protect ourselves. So one theory is that we are kind of like programmed when we were born, our DNA is programmed by specific changes in our skin at specific times. So if we know, for example, that in my 40s I really need to take care more about the wrinkles and I can choose the correct products at the time, I can maybe balance and slow down a little bit the process. So it's important to understand that certain products are good for the certain age. You will use something else because you are in your 20s?
Yes.
Okay, should we call it 20s? Okay, I will use something different because I'm in my
Other age?
But we need to understand, and this is where Beauty School is so helpful, because we can explain the different skin types, we can explain the different aging processes, and we can also recommend the products what they are good for the same time. The part what is also important, and it's so connected with Young Living families, and we talk about this for so many times. Young Living woman will come to the product, whatever I pick here, and the first thing, she doesn't care about the packaging, what I feel. She will just grab her glasses like I'm doing right now and do this. Why is this here? Why is this ingredient still here? Not usable. Okay? So this is so good, because we have so many choices. When you go to the store, is it not overwhelming for you to choose a product?
Yes, and when you go, there's pretty packaging, and then you look at the ingredients and you're like, oh, that's
not good.
Looks pretty, but smells good, but no.
Yes, so we have so many choices in the world to pick something. And yes, women are shopping because they see the product, they want to smell it, they listen to the salespeople, but also education from the company like Young Living about the ingredients, how they can affect your health. It's so important. And Young Living woman is really very picky. Questions what we are getting, some older products, they still have the ingredients what we are changing, but some Young Living products are developed years ago, and the process of the putting the safe and new ingredients in, it's a little bit longer. But Young Living Corporate is doing everything to make sure that every product what Young Living woman is getting into their hands will be healthy and ingredients will be so good. So we also need to understand how important it is to understand the terminology. If some companies are saying, my products are organic, my products are natural, my products are synthetic free, if you don't really understand what does it mean, then it's just the labeling. It's just the marketing tool, and a lot of companies are doing it. So in the United States, for example, product only has to contain a certain percentage of organic ingredients to declare that you can put it on label made with organic ingredients. And it's interesting that every state in the United States can have different rules. So whatever is working in California doesn't have to work in Utah. It is also FDA, specifically in the United States, didn't really declare what's the categorization of organic, so or natural, or it's not the definition. And so a lot of companies are using those names as a marketing tool. So we have to really be careful and reading ingredients and making sure. Maybe Ali, you can tell me what kind of ingredients first jumping into your head what you don't want in your product.
Phthalates.
Phthalates. You don't want phthalates, and we will talk about this. Which one of yours are kind of like?
Personally, fragrances, because now that we have essential oils, that smells better than a lot of the other synthetic fragrances.
That's so good. Those are the important parts what we don't want. We don't want formaldehyde in products. We don't want synthetic fragrances. We don't want mineral oil. We don't want oxybenzone, and all those ingredients what you see on some products, and they have definition and explanation why, but we just need to be careful. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the choices and ingredients. So we all agree that we don't want those ingredients, and do you agree with me that they may cause illnesses?
Oh yeah.
They may react with your hormones, and can they stay into your bodies, those ingredients from skincare or makeup?
Definitely. Your skin's your largest organ and it absorbs everything you put on it.
So a lot of naturalists, let's call the people what they love nature, they look into it, and I loved the debate between Samuel Epstein and his guest, Dr. Mercola, when they were talking about toxic beauty, and they were talking, this is almost we playing Russian roulette, that we don't know what we are putting on our skin, and we don't know what's the effect and when it will hit us. So one of the questions what everybody has recently is nanoparticles. It's everywhere. Yeah, mostly, not everywhere, but mostly in sun care. You know, those are the parts what they have advances to penetrate deeper and kind of like action almost in the limited timing. So they can be almost as a programmed, but we don't really know about this. Have you heard about nanoparticles?
From you, I have.
From me? This is the benefit of doing beauty school here. But one of the nanoparticles is titanium dioxide. And Ali, I'm sure you know, do we have titanium dioxide in our product?
We do have
We do.
it, but
I have to
not.
correct you. We do.
but not in nano form,
Perfect.
which is the bad one.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
Got it.
Because the nanoform can penetrate to the cellular level
Yes.
of your body and stay there and do some damage, but nobody knows what will happen in a couple of years or 10 years. So the titanium dioxide as functioning mostly used in sun care, on dental care, or in brightening products and in makeup, they have the effect on our health. Lung cancer, you know, they are very toxic, inflammation, changes, and everything what can affect our health, but R is not in nanoform, so it's just functioning as a protection for the skin and giving this sheen look. Okay, parabens, the other one. We all heard about parabens. They are the artificial preservatives. They need to be in the product. Can you imagine not have preservative in the product and you use it for longer?
No. That'd
Why
be
not?
Gross. It'd go bad faster, right?
Exactly. So if you make something, do it yourself, and fresh food or fresh strawberries with preparing your mask, and then you don't do the preservatives, you cannot use it after 3 weeks because
Right. It's spoiled.
it's mold. It's for sure bad. So, but they are important part because we are sending the products internationally. Okay, everybody watching us, they have the products and they want to make sure it's safe. So we need to choose the natural preservatives, which Young Living does, and has the complex of the preservatives. What they are predictable, and they are there to protect the longevity of the products. You mentioned phthalates,
Yes.
Ali, and this is the other part what we need to be careful. When I was young and I had little babies, I didn't really know, and I didn't care. The plastic bottle, here you go, my child. But I really didn't know that it's gonna affect their health. So now I know because I am teaching and I am educating about this. So no way I will use or allow plastic bottles with BPA, needs to be BPA free, to give to our grandbabies.
Yeah.
So, and that's the same with you. So education is such an important part of life. The last part what I want to stop is the fragrance. You mentioned fragrance. Why is it so bad to use perfume? I loved past tense. My perfumes, I mentioned in some presentation, my favorite was Gabriella Sabatini. I still have kind of like chills because it's such a great scent, but I'm not using it because I know better. So what do you think about fragrance?
Well, like you said, just because you're using something on your skin doesn't mean that it's not going within your body and affecting things on the inside.
Exactly. And fragrance, synthetic fragrance, the studies and everything is saying that it's such an effect on, you know, on the immune problem, the civilization illnesses, hives, watery eyes, sneezing, asthma, everything, naming, it's affecting by the fragrance. When you go shopping, you go to department store, this overwhelming scent, and ladies, do you want to try this one? Before I was like, go ahead, I just want it. Right now I'm fine, I'm good, because it is almost headachy to be so sensitive to the fragrance, and we just should be careful. And we have, like you said, essential oils. So which one is your favorite?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I really like Valor. Put it on before this because, you know, I need that little bit of a confidence boost. But I also love fruity. So I love anything that's fruit, smells
Oh,
Yum.
nice. Ali, you?
I like Divana.
Okay.
Yeah. Geranium. Also.
Nice. The geranium is strong, but it's,
yeah,
it's
but
lovely.
I like it. Just a bunch. I know tea tree doesn't smell the best, but I just like to use it a lot. I don't use it as a perfume, but that's probably the oil that introduced me to everything was tea tree.
Tea tree, okay.
Yeah.
It's the basic
That's
10
like,
what
yeah,
you
that
have to
was
have.
the one thing that was given to me, and then now I'm here.
Okay. I love cistus. I don't know, I'm attracted to the cistus part. Don't really know why, but I like it. So, the toxic free, the everything what we choose, what we use, we are really opening the new book about understanding how the toxins can affect our bodies, and the important part what I really like and I included in the presentation is the history of the using of the products in all times, and then hating those products because they think, oh, that's not good, and then bringing them back because oh, now it's good. And so it's almost as a wave of the ingredients in the products, what they more research coming, now it's good, or maybe something else as a research came, it's not good. So we are learning from the history, and we are using the products or ingredients what if they were working 2,000 years ago and they were helping people, we should probably research them and trust them and maybe use them again. However, some ingredients in the old times were used with not really smart choices. So people were using, bird droppings mixed with some lotion and potions and putting on the face, because in Asian parts of the world or long time ago, the bright face or lighter face was just a sign of being noble and rich and educated, and not poor peasant what he just works hard on the sun and got suntan. Or products what they contain arson or rat poison or I don't know, radium baths, something what you just goes like this, but we still today are using some ingredients what maybe people 50 years from now will kind of like, what are you using? Why? What did you use? So it is going, and a lot of scientific organizations are making sure that everything is tested and legally approved, and making sure that we know what we are using and how we are using it. Okay? The same with the makeup. I'm sure Tani will mention about the red lipstick, but I'm sure you know also about the red lipstick, the color in red lipstick, what it's toxic, and when you're using a lipstick, is it just staying on the
No, you're gonna be eating or drinking. It's gonna be going in your
and
system.
kissing? Just saying. Just saying. So you sharing the toxicity with some other people. You are not only hurting yourself, but you are just
Harming
hurting.
your loved one.
Exactly. So we have to be careful what we're using and understanding the ingredients. I love this marketing strategy, what you believe in. We also come with the tagline for promoting the products what we love. This is clean line, this is safe line. But I love this new trend, the products what you believe in. Because if you believe in something, the belief is such a strong feeling and strong emotion, you will do it because you are confident in this. Yes, this is what I want to do. So beauty brand you can believe in, and we are Young Living family. We are representing the beliefs in Young Living science, in Young Living products, and sharing this information with everybody. This is before. Always have to. I'm ready to say something, and then I'm thinking, we should spend a couple minutes on the skincare tips and skin as a structure of our body, and what is it really. Basic skincare tip, simple. Just name one. What you will
Wash
do.
your face.
That's yours. Wash your face. Okay. What else?
Protect it from sun damage.
What else?
Use toner.
Well, no, it's just the basic. It's kind of like, we will talk about this. What else? Make yourself healthy.
Yeah, live a healthy lifestyle. Eat healthy. Don't smoke.
Exactly. And nutrition. That's what you said, nutrition.
Yeah.
So this is the basic. The toner will come, but this is not like what basic is. So we also need to think about the skin, understanding that skin has the layers. It's not only what we see here. It has the forms of layers, and every layer is important for our life. And every product what we use have different approach to those different layers. Skin is always changing. You know, we are not the same. You are actually, everything in your body is changing. So 10 years ago you were a totally different human being, like now. This is interesting even think about this, but it is what it is. So skin is recovering almost and renewing itself, and it is interesting that when we are young, it's fast. We don't even see this, but when we are getting older, this process is very slow, and we sometimes need to push it a little bit harder. And do you remember what product is exactly for this push?
Yes, the renewal. It's in the renewal serum. It's the
Nope.
No, is it
No.
a flower?
No, we are talking about getting rid of the old cells.
Exfoliating.
Perfect. You got it. You got it. You were just still thinking, but
I was thinking that. So.
Yeah, it was there. We also need to talk, and we mentioned this so many times, but the specific slide, what I want to point on it, it's the beauty enemies. Let's go really fast and name those beauty enemies.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Sun.
Stress.
You can look.
Smoking.
Smoking, perfect. Processed food, free radicals, everything what we mentioned. But you mentioned sugar, and I love what Mary Young in some of her presentation, she will start with this. Sugar is so bad for you because it's not only affecting your health, but it's affecting your skin. Sugar is affecting in the process of the glycation. It's fancy name, but it's also name of advanced glycation and it's meaning age, meaning like aging. And it means that sugar can attack your stable protection of your skin and body, collagen and elastin, and damage it and break down. And that's why the sagging and wrinkles and everything double speed. I feel a little bit tired. What about you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? Should we stretch a little bit?
I think so.
Yeah.
And maybe invite everybody watching us to little exercise with our famous fitness US guru,
Yeah.
Kathy Smith. She was a couple times at the beauty school. She is just full of energy, and I just want you to follow her and relax a little bit with her, or maybe not relax and exercise with her. Here she is.
Hi, it's Kathy again. Now, a lot of us, when we've been sitting for so long, we get tight and stiff, and so I love to do a chair stretch. So let me show you something. It's real simple. We're going to start, though, with some chair squats to warm up the body. So just come up and sit back down. That's easy enough. Just stretch up and sit back down. And as you come up, reach overhead. And then if you want to, even come up on the toes. Now, usually I start my stretches with kind of a warm-up like this to get the circulation going, to get my heart rate up, to warm up the body. And I do anywhere from 6 to 10 of these. And when I feel like, okay, I got a little warmth going, I'm feeling a little energized, like right now, I sit back down. And now, at the edge of my chair, on top of my sit bones, I extend one leg, the other leg's bent, and I lean over that bent leg, supporting myself with the bent leg. But I am stretching that straight leg. I'm stretching that hamstring. And I have to pull the chest forward, and then I release it. And I pull it forward, a little further, and release. And I pull forward and up, and release back. 2 more like that. And then, when I come back, I bring the leg with me, that straight leg. I cross it over the opposite leg. Flex that foot. Nice 90-degree angle here. And once again, you can sit right here and you're going to feel a stretch in those hips, or you can lean forward. Lean forward and you start to feel that stretch that goes deep into that hip, which feels oh so good if you've been sitting. Now take that leg, come across your other leg, and let's go into a spinal twist. Thinking about your spine being a pole, you're rotating around that pole, looking all the way to the back, even with your neck, and then you come back to center. Now, let's do the same thing on the other side. So extend that opposite leg, support yourself on the bent leg, leaning forward, find that stretch, and release. I like this stretch and release. It helps warm up that leg. You can stretch a little further, leading with the chest. When you come back, this time bring the leg with you, cross it over, flex the foot, and if you want, give yourself a little, if you're barefoot, give yourself a little foot massage. Lean forward onto that thigh, not putting pressure on the knee, but just on the thigh a little bit to stretch the outside of the leg. Coming on over. And now this is great, again, for twisting the spine, but you really have to lift up through the abdominals, relax the shoulders, and now twist all the way around. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back to center, and now drop the neck. Head forward, stretch out the neck, side to side. Give me a neck circle, half neck circle, just forward, like from 12 to 6. Come all the way up, big inhale. Okay, you're ready to stretch up. Stretch over to one side. Oh, like you're getting out of bed. It's like, oh, feels so good. We're having such a great day. Okay, let's stand up and listen. And we'll see you in a few minutes.